It is the beginning of November and the earnings season has already begun for some AI stocks, and I'm buying any dip in AI stock prices ready for the AI bull market to continue into 2025. Welcome to my channel where you can watch my AI stocks, cryptocurrency, wealth building, investment strategies and how I use these to beat inflation. At the end of the video, I'll give my thoughts on how I intend to take advantage of any investment opportunities this month. The S&P 500 index is refusing to drop, giving the indication that there have been no investment opportunities during this period. This is why I do not invest in an index tracking fund, as they miss golden opportunities to accumulate great stocks at bargain prices. My primary focus is accumulating great AI stocks during any corrections, and later in the video I'll show you which AI stocks I have been able to purchase during this period. These stocks have experienced bad news, which is great for me as it means I get to buy them at discount prices even in a bull market, using my unique take on dollar cost averaging strategy to accumulate positions. By using my buying targets and the company earnings potential as a guide to which AI stocks looks like great value, it has given me the opportunity to purchase great AI stocks such as Nvidia for as little as $92. This is why I do not read or watch any financial media press or TV channels, as they always advise the incorrect strategy for the financial markets. Their primary focus is to sell fear and panic, so to maximize their own exposure and profits. We are still in a bull market and the risks are still to the upside, which I expect this bull market to continue for at least another year, so deep drops in AI stock prices should be temporary as they eventually look to target new bull market highs. I believe that the S&P 500 trend, whoever becomes president after the US election, is to continue higher to 6,000 plus into early 2025, which would be a 17% increase from the low of August 2024. Thus, if there's any volatility during the US election result, I'll be looking to take full advantage whenever there is an opportunity within my buying targets. One of the reasons why I believe the bull market will continue and asset prices rise is due to the money printing by all governments. The Chinese are the latest to announce its asset buying program of $112 billion, which has allowed Chinese stocks to rocket higher. This will be nothing compared to what the US will print after the election, no matter who wins. Asset prices are leveraged to inflation, and one of the major factors driving inflation in all countries is their governments printing money, which keeps on growing. I look to take advantage of this trend by using my unique take on dollar cost averaging to purchase great AI stocks, as money printing will add fuel to their stock prices and lead them to all new time highs. The way I approach the AI stocks earnings season is to have my buy targets for great AI stocks in place ahead of time, and I will use my unique take on dollar cost averaging to accumulate a position. Any surprise in earnings which rockets the stock higher, I'll look to trim my exposure so that I can reinvest these funds to take advantage of any undervalued AI stocks. It is easy to look back and see when the best time to invest within a stock was, especially when the news is bad and the stock price keeps dropping. However, I'll keep my focus and look to accumulate on any weakness, as I believe the AI megatrend will continue. I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. This is purely what I intend to do. This year the AI stocks broke out to trade to overvalued levels, which since the summer of 2024 they've entered a period of consolidation, as they have unwound their overvalued states before the next breakout higher. As I'm aware of this behavior, I tend to trim the AI stocks that become overvalued, for there are only two ways a stock value can improve. The stock price falls, or earnings play catch up while the stock price consolidates in a trading range. My investment portfolio stands at 85% invested, with 15% left in cash ready for any volatility during the US election. The best AI stock in my portfolio, Nvidia, is AI. It's rare for it to drop for any opportunity to buy, as an example of which was October didn't give me any opportunity to accumulate more. Therefore, I'll be careful of over trimming Nvidia, as I mentioned in my October update that I believe Nvidia will double from its September low by the end of 2025, and this stock does not give many corrections to build a great position in. Maybe some election volatility will give me one more opportunity if I am lucky. My buy target is $110. The stock price for Google has corrected by 26% over the summer and is still trading below its yearly high of $193. Its price to earnings look cheap against the other stocks, as it's an unloved AI stock at the moment. I do think this will change over the next 6 months, which will set the stock price to gradually increase towards $200 this year. It is a steady AI stock, not volatile like AMD or Nvidia. Keep on trending higher is the message from Google. My buy target is $150. AMD is in a race with Nvidia and Intel to release new AI chips to power AI end users' computers. However, AMD is not superior to Nvidia. The only reason to buy AMD processors is because they are a lot better than Intel's, and that still remains the case. AMD earnings have been good, but not enough to justify the rally to over $220 this summer, which I trimmed down my investment. Whilst AMD is still a very good stock, it is not Nvidia and thus does not have the growth potential Nvidia has. I've been waiting for a correction in the stock price to buy AMD stock, and after its latest earnings release, I'm now getting those opportunities. My buy target is $145. Of all the AI stocks, Microsoft has been the hardest to accumulate into. It doesn't seem to give much of a buying opportunity. My last purchase was in 2023 for an average price of $290. The current stock price for Microsoft is about fair value. However, when compared to other AI stock prices, it does look overvalued. Thus, it looks like I won't be adding any more to my investment portfolio. The stock price rose to a high of $468 this year, which I believe by the end of 2025 it will surpass this. My buy target is $380. Since November 2022, Meta has had a spectacular bull run and refuses to drop despite being overextended. The reason for this can be seen in its high earnings growth. It's going to take a lot more than a war in the Middle East or the US election uncertainty to knock this stock lower. Every time Meta looks like it's going to drop, it reverts higher, back to almost above $600. Thus, it's one of the best AI stocks that I've invested in. I have trimmed my Meta stocks after buying large purchases during the drop in November 2022, and I look to accumulate a gain on any signs of weakness. Earnings growth is still great with Meta, so I believe the risk is still to the upside. My buy target is $490. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing was the weakest of the AI tech stocks in my portfolio, as I bought this stock for around $90 during August 2023. During the summer of 2024, it rocketed higher to $189, which I was able to trim my position. I was then fortunate to accumulate back into the stock during August 2024 for an average price of $150, before it had excellent earnings report during October 2024, in which I took full advantage by trimming at $211 for a 33% profit within a couple of months. AI computer chip demand is still strong and accelerating, so exposure to semiconductor companies like this is key to my investment strategy. This company has excellent earnings and future growth should mean any drop in stock price will be temporary. Thus, my buy target is $170. Welcome to the bull market, Qualcomm. I've been accumulating this stock all throughout 2023 for under $100 and then trimmed heavily as it reached towards an all-time high of $230, then repurchased during August for an average price of $128. It is looking fair price now, and its earnings growth suggests the correction in its stock will be temporary, so I view any dip below $160 as an opportunity to accumulate more. My buy target is $150. Tesla is a sleeping AI giant. Its future growth is within its rapid pace of developing of the Optimus bot, where you'll get walking and talking AI robots that I believe will arrive within the next 3 years. Earnings have been weak this year and remain weak compared to the other AI stocks, and thus has given me an opportunity to purchase this AI stock throughout the year with some purchases as low as $141. My view is that I expect Tesla stock over the next 10 years to increase at least 10 times from that purchase price. In the meantime, I'm looking to trim as the stock heads towards $300 and $400 plus dollars, as Tesla is a high-risk AI stock which can be volatile. This, timed correctly, can give opportunities to build a bigger position. My buy target is $190. This year, ASML has dropped from its all-time high of $1,100 down to a low of $690. I do find this a great AI stock to accumulate and then trim, building a bigger position each time. In my October market report, I thought there would be more chance of a downside surprise to this stock to present some buying opportunities, and I have now got this. Since its earnings report, the stock price has dropped below my buy target, and I'm using my unique take on dollar cost averaging to build a position within this stock, as I believe by the end of 2025 it will trend to an all-time high. My buy target is $700. A recent addition to my AI stock portfolio. Over the course of 2024, Micron soared to $156, and the recent correction taking it down to $100. This stock is volatile, in which I look to capitalize on. Its share price has recovered, but it still could give opportunities below $100. Micron's earnings are being affected by the AI chip demand, therefore the stock price should move higher, maybe not above $150 anytime soon, though the earnings growth does look good for 2025. My buy target is $90. It is a balancing act between having exposure and overpaying for an AI stock. The easiest thing to do would be just invest and forget. I can't do that for stocks such as AMD. It's too volatile not to try and capitalize on this, which is why I buy in and out of AMD depending on what the stock price does, whilst building a core position, as I believe, regardless of what stock prices do, the AI megatrend is going to run for decades. My September view of Bitcoin was to trend down to $55,000, which dropped a little below this at $52,000. Since then, it's gained to over $60,000. My October view was if Bitcoin could break above 65,000, this should target the next level of 90,000 and thus further to 100,000 plus, which should be achieved before the end of this year or at least early 2025. Bitcoin is beginning to end its over 6-month consolidation range and break higher to all-time highs. People that I've spoken to have talked themselves into selling their Bitcoin as they believe the trend is reversing and Bitcoin will drop to $52,000 or even lower. Another reason why you need to have focus when building wealth, otherwise you'll get distracted by this talk and sell your positions before the big move happens. I still plan to sell 90% of my Bitcoin at around $120,000 just when everyone else will be expecting it to rise to $150,000 to $200,000. It might go to $200,000, but I'm not prepared to take that risk and lose the profits of Bitcoin that I bought back at the end of 2023 for an average purchase price of $37,000. And lastly, do not forget, we're in a bull market that has at least another year to run, which means when AI stocks fall, it's time to get greedy, not fearful. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more tips on how I use AI stocks and cryptocurrency to build my wealth and beat inflation. Until next time, take care.